Hey, folks, this clip is brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com and type in promo code VOLS, that's VOLS, at checkout to fill your freezer with enough gourmet food to keep your cookouts going strong into the fall. That is omahasteaks.com, promo code VOLS. Let's get to this, and this should be interesting. To everybody that's watching, it's 250 people with us right now. We thank you. Seriously, we really appreciate everybody watching. And give us in the comments one word for how you are feeling currently. Georgia 27, Tennessee 13, 3 games left on the schedule. You win all 3, you'll go 11-1. Your college football playoff destiny is technically out of your hands now, but the chance of getting to the college football playoff is still there. So one word, just drop it in the comments. Give us the one word for how you are feeling. Matthew says disappointed. Eric says disappointed. Jeremy says realistic. Michael says chill. That's kind of how I feel right now. James says optimistic. Marvel, relaxed. Seth says drunk and also sad. Blake says frustrated. Nick says all right. Paul says good. Deflated from TJ. I'll throw it to you, Crump, and then we can read a few more from folks. But what was your one word for how you're feeling at the moment?
Optimistic. I mean, we're gonna go. I'm looking at the schedule for the rest of the games tonight, right? And this is Michigan plays Rutgers. Okay, so Michigan plays unranked. Alabama 6 plays 10. Right. TCU played an unranked Texas Tech. Number 1 and number 3 played. So what I'm getting at is the reason I'm saying optimistic is we were 1. So Georgia will bump Ohio State. So it'll be Georgia, Ohio State. Depending on how everything plays out, the resume comes in. They've proven that they take resume into consideration, or we wouldn't have been number 1, right?
Yeah.
We might not drop below 3 because of playing number 3. That stuff comes into play. Now, if Alabama goes and lays a whooping, then Alabama jumps up to probably number 3 over Michigan, right? Because of playing number 10. So that there's a lot of stuff that needs to be said. And, somebody said Notre Dame needs to beat Clemson. Well, that shows another one. Clemson's playing an unranked Notre Dame at number 4. So it does help playing in the SEC. It's definitely it's not fun, so to speak, but it helps. And, I'm not a big Clemson fan. I'm rooting for Notre Dame just for other reasons itself. I just don't see us dropping below 4. I think Alabama could jump to 3 if they lay a whooping, but at worst case 5.
Carson says humbling. Steven says optimistic. And again, this is just one word for how you're feeling right now. Everybody's dropping in on the comments. We're discussing ours. Gilead says chillin'. Heels from Terry. Jeff says sacks. Oof, yeah, you and me both. Jeremy, embarrassed. Carrie, sad. Charles, rising. Hopeful from Glacius. Forrest says hopeful also. This is an interesting one. And this is genuinely how I feel.
I'm interested.
Again, for folks that have watched my shows at length, knew me on the Swain event, and have seen my work over the years, you know that I'm the classic battered Vol. It just kills me, and I always think when Alabama got that fumble return for 7, this game is over. We are done. The end of the road, folks. My one word right now, even with how I am, is grateful. And I'm not grateful for a loss, obviously.
No, I know what you're saying, though.
That sucked out loud. That game was garbage, trash, light it on fire, toss it out the window.
Yeah.
I am still grateful to be here because this is year 2, guys. I mean, I just can't trash that. I can't do it. I so seriously cannot do this because I never in my wildest dreams did I think that Tennessee would go to 8-0, number 1 in the second year of Josh Heupel, a guy who, when he showed up, I was like, I don't know, we'll see about this guy. His offense looks all right, but can he play defense? Will this really work in the SEC? And this dude won 8 straight games, beat Alabama, had us smoking cigars. rushing the field, tearing down the goalpost, throwing the goalpost in the river, and they go to Georgia and have a flat game. And I'm not going to just toss them to the side of the road. I just can't. I'm still grateful to be here because it has been such a wild ride. Fall is in the air, and that means fall grilling with cookouts, tailgate parties, and so much more. Luckily, the flavor experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to savor all the flavors of fall with their mouthwatering assortments of perfectly aged steaks, ultra juicy burgers, and easy to prepare comfort meals that are ready in a flash. And now is the perfect time to load up on all this incredible flavor and take advantage of 50% off site-wide by shopping their friends and family sale. Go to omahasteaks.com and use my promo code VOLS, that is VOLS, at checkout and get $30 off your order. And guys, I've said it in these ads for weeks now. I've had all of the stuff from Omaha Steaks. I can't endorse it enough. Everything has been high quality. It comes right to your door, so easy and convenient, and I mean, most importantly, tasty. So I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. So don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com and stock up today. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak of your life, guaranteed. And don't forget to score that extra $30 off your order when you use VOLS at checkout, VOLS. Omaha Steaks is perfect for those chilly and busy fall nights. You won't come close to getting this kind of quality at the grocery store. Visit omahasteaks.com. Promo code VOLS at checkout. Minimum order may be required. Omaha Steaks. You go 11-1, man. I'm like, imagine. Yes, this is so disappointing because it's Georgia. We all hate Georgia. It just sucks, dude. Yeah. But like, just imagine your thought process at the beginning of this year to where we are now, where we're like, we're gonna go 11-1. Like, that's how we're talking about this team, guys. I just cannot. I can't go doomsday right now. I can't. You're not gonna get me to do it, and I feel like I will be one of the first people to do that. I'm just not feeling it.
No, because we don't need to feel that way. Just call it is. We don't need to feel that way. Once again, we got to take care of business. Can't take anybody lightly, but we're about to go 11-1. As long as we just take care of ourselves, we should go 11-1.
They should come out angry in this next game.
Listen, Kirby Smart, outside of Nick Saban, has been one of the best defensive minds in football. He had the number one defense in the country last year, right? All he's got to do is pick up the phone and go, hey, St. Nick, what did you do? Or what didn't you do, essentially, that I can do? In that profession, coaches talk a lot more than people think, right? I mean, here's the thing. Alabama, call it like it is, they don't want to play our offense again. They would rather play Georgia. They match up better with Georgia. So it's in Alabama's advantage that Georgia wins. So, I mean, people that are friends talk, especially in football in this profession, like, he got some tips. Not that he's not a smart coach. That's not what I'm getting at. Dude's a freaking defensive genius. Get some tips on what Alabama did very poorly. Watch that tape. Correct it yourself. And notice we couldn't get any deep shot. We couldn't get anybody open on our pick moves because they played a really, really, really good, clean game on their defense.
They did.
Credit where credit's due. But the thing is, our coaches are really good too. I feel bad for Missouri next week. I really do. And people are going to go, oh, they play Georgia tough. They only lost to Kentucky. Kentucky's not that good.
No.
Kentucky's not that good.
You take the body of work from Tennessee in totality this season, and I still look at the top 10 teams in America right now and be really realistic with yourself. Everybody that's watching, even the Doomsday. I'm really speaking to the Doomsdayers here. Really be honest with yourself. You look at Clemson. You look at TCU. TCU got worked by Texas Tech for 3 quarters in that game today. Like, really be honest with you. You think Tennessee couldn't beat those teams?
Well, no, but you're
on a neutral field with Georgia. Like on a neutral field with Georgia, or especially at Neyland Stadium with this Georgia team, you don't think that Tennessee could pull out a win against this Georgia team in Neyland Stadium? You're not going to get to play them there, but like, be honest with yourself. Like,
and it goes down to resume as well. Look at Clemson's ACC is trash.
So bad. They don't have a quarterback.
But like, that's just the ACC. That's just bad, right? Big 12. One of your best teams is Kansas. Okay, like Oklahoma State got thumped again today. Okay. That was your top 20 team. So what I'm saying is resume comes into play. So when they look at resume and they go, ooh, Tennessee's 11-1. We got an undefeated ACC or Big 12. They played 7 or 8 ranked teams. They didn't. They look at resume. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen because we're not on the board. I'm just telling you they've done it before. Georgia played in the Natty with that happening. Alabama's won it that way, or Ohio State's won it that way.